What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I am a top player playing Risk Global Domination on PC. I have a daily release schedule on YouTube. I do a fixed game every Friday, and I do this show, the Waiting on Your Best Behavior podcast, on Wednesdays. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and come along the ride with me. Today, on this episode of Waiting on Your Best Behavior, I welcome EscapeThe4z to the show. How are you doing, Escape?
Doing quite well, my friend. It's good to be here, man.
Yeah, thank you for coming
in.
Hanging
out with you guys.
Yeah,
no problem, man. Anytime, dude. Anytime.
So we are setting up in keeping with the work Escape has been doing for the community. A fixed true random game. Tell us about
random being the most chaotic settings in the world, but the most fun and most chaotic settings, in my personal opinion.
The most fun and the most chaotic settings, huh? What is it? I feel like this is a great place to begin the conversation. What is it about true random that you love so much?
One word: unpredictability.
Okay.
It's just so unpredictable, right? Where I feel like because when you play Risk in the first place, right? You know, you're rolling the dice, right? You're taking that chance, right? And true random, I think, personally, adds the randomness to it, which makes it more unpredictable and more like Risk, at least to me.
Okay.
You know? And I love how, like, sometimes, like, you may be confident, like, oh, I got this attack. This attack is so good, you know? You attack with, like, a 30 stack onto, like, a 15 or a 20. And then, before you know it, you lose everything on that one attack. And that other stack you were attacking is still standing. And that's just what I love about it. It's so much fun. It's like the unpredictability makes it fun. It makes people actually think too before they full and commit to like an attack. You know?
Can I afford to lose everything and still win the game?
Exactly. But at the same time, there's that chance they could also go to complete opposite as well, where you could completely roll this person. Like I remember in a tournament I actually hosted a while back. It was actually in a game that you were actually recording in the True Random tournament. Readlord, in particular, who was a very...
I remember this game already.
Yeah.
My heart was broken.
You know exactly where I'm going with this, man. But Readlord did an attack. He was completely outnumbered, right? It was like... I forget what the exact numbers were, but I think it was a 15 or like 17 on like 38 or something. Like it was something like incredibly insane, right? It was like, okay, there's no way he wins this attack, no fucking way.
Right.
But then he attacks, and he did. I think he did it against you, believe it or not, and he won. He won that attack, like that ballsy attack that he made. And not only did he win the attack, he still had like 8 guys left.
I think it was like a 15v23-24 that he won. He lost like 6 troops, and my heart was completely broken.
You're just like, what? Like, that was insane.
Well, guess I'm not winning this game, you know? All right. So because I get to go first, I get to decide where everyone else goes to some degree. I don't know, man. What do you do in this situation? Do you take Iceland? You play this map a lot, right?
Oh, yeah. I play this map a pretty good amount. In terms of a fixed settings, like, usually... I like to go where I'm most consolidated and have the have the most opportunity to lose the least amount, especially in trades, right? Like, because in true random in particular, right? Super large maps like this are always like really good, really fun. Like in your case, yes, like you going into Iceland is definitely a good, decent turn. However, somebody could fuck you over.
Anyone could totally fuck me over, and then it's true.
Absolutely,
I leave myself very weak potentially. Right.
So in this case, 3s are extremely powerful in true random.
In the early game,
the early game, especially,
they defend super well.
Mm-hmm. And then in the late game too, it sometimes works out really well too. But in this particular map, going for a bonus super quickly is super important, and being able to hold it as best as you can, especially if you have 2s or 3s, that gives you the best possible chance of holding. Because if somebody decides to go with the fuck you over phase, they could try to like slam into your 2s and 3s, and it could work out, obviously. But then there's always that chance that those 2s or 3s could absolutely stack wipe you. You get absolutely wiped, and that's the other part of true random that I really love. Like, there's risk strategy, and see, exactly like that. Sometimes, not in this case, it's not a 2 or 3, but in true random, how it works too is with the unpredictability. Even a 1 could do a significant amount of damage like that. So when you have a 2 and a 3, you added extra dice into play, right? And the unpredictability goes even more into the defender's favor in certain cases.
Yeah. Yeah, Risk is inherently an attacker advantage game, but because everyone plays to that expectation, with balanced blitz, it becomes even more so.
Exactly.
So true random does tend to be a more defensive. I've noticed, and that's not probabilistically. I think that's just psychologically. People, because they know they can just lose it all, they play more cautiously.
Mm-hmm. I've noticed that's what you do in particular in true random games. Like, you play a lot more cautiously than you normally do, and a lot of the players that that I play with take full advantage of that as well.
Right.
Like you said, it's a big psychological game in true random too.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to have balls, and if it works, and then you can spiral out of control. But yeah, well, you got to hope luck is on your side. See, I never hope luck is on my side. If you get what I mean, I never play to that expectation.
I think I do.
Yeah, I'd much rather have a strategy in my mind that is correct more often, and then if I lose to dice, then I lose to dice. Oh, Stony slow rolling.
Using the slow roll. Now, you see, this is another big strategy with the true random that I noticed. I mean, when we host the league games and stuff, I mean, I'm gonna be very chill in this case because it's it's just a fun chill game and stuff.
Course.
But in cases where there's no slow roll limit or rule that's put into play, slow rolling in true random is also a very decent idea, especially if you're unsure whether your attack's going to go well or not, right? Although, in my personal opinion, I feel like it defeats the purpose of true random to, a certain extent when there's that kind of rule. Which in our league games, if any of you guys don't know, we host true random league games every at least twice a week, right? We do zombies on Tuesdays, and then we do. World Domination Fixed on Wednesdays, right? And then in the Zombies games, we also do Prague, too, because Prague, I have to admit, is kind of fun, especially on true random sometimes, too, because there's, giant stacks that still slam into each other, and there's still that possibility that just those stacks get completely wiped, even with the trade-ups being as high as they are. But what I was trying to say before is the slow rolling in true random is a viable strategy, and it is indeed a strategy that can be put into play if you are unsure if just going full out and blitzing it is the way to go. As far as what I noticed. Although, I will strongly frown upon it, but that's just me.
I get what you mean when you say it defeats the purpose, because I think the thing you're trying to show with true random is guts a little bit. So, to just give a little bit of context for everyone listening. So, what Escape has done is he's built a community of players that regularly come around, play these fixed true random league games. I think you're in your 4th season now.
Yes, we are in the 4th season of the World Domination games.
Yeah.
And then we're in our 2nd season now of the Zombies games.
Zombies, yes.
Yes, and Zombies is a lot of fun. I love Zombies, so I figured we add that into the mix as well.
Yeah, and I find it super impressive. I've had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys when I get the chance to join a game. And then I kind of wanted to both promote Escape's server and Twitch stream. So everyone listening to the show, if you aren't already following Escape, go check them out. Join some of these games if you're into zombies, if you're into fixed or random, either way. But also, I wanted to connect your community with everyone else. And I don't know, we'll see, I guess, how many players are interested in joining the main server tournament, because you got some talented people in your community. I like to cross pollinate and mix everybody up.
Yeah, well, speaking of that, it is confirmed that I actually did promote the big upcoming FFA tournament that's going on, and it is confirmed that 2 of them have already signed up, including
baby.
your beloved Relord.
See,
it is
confirmed. I like Relord. I think you know what, I'm gonna spoil it here on the show. I think Relord is a lot better than he lets on.
Oh, I agree.
And that's what he wants everyone to think, right? He wants everyone to think he's just a dangerous, crazy person. But there's more to it than that.
Relord has guts. I have to give him that. Especially during those tournament games, it really showed, at least personally for me. I really saw that guts come out with Relord. And the Cosmic was trying not to get me to attack him there. But I'll be willing to play friendly Cosmic. But back to what I was saying before. I was saying that Relord's got guts. I love how he's got guts. And that's what makes him a dangerous player to play. Like, he is extremely dangerous. He is unpredictable. Like, he could be the friendliest guy out there. Let you have your bonus, let you chill. But then in other cases, he will not care. He will slam directly into you, even if it gets him killed. And in that case, right, that's what I like what True Random is creating, that unpredictability, but also that play where there could be those people that just slams directly into you and does not give a shit.
Yeah, man, and this is sort of the thing that you are encouraging over there.
Yes,
it's very different in style compared to most other places in the community, right? Where it was 6v1. Look at this! It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh man. All right, so follow-up question on the settings before we delve into other topics. Your distaste of alliances. I feel like this is somewhere where you and I butt heads, because I love making deals. So why do you dislike alliances?
Well, number one, you being the direct counterpoint to the alliances here, at least for me. At least in Risk, I feel like it's the best person wins, or the old saying in Hunger Games, right? May the odds ever be in your favor.
Okay,
right,
sure.
And in Hunger Games, like, there's things that temporarily go on for like a little bit. Like, sometimes people do like temporary deals, temporary alliances, kind of deal. But like in this game in particular, I feel like personally our particular league loves individual playstyle, right? And often individual playstyle is usually what wins these games more than not. And you may know players that come into our games like Sarcasm and Miracle, Rhino, guys like those who've been brought up in our league where there hasn't really been too many like alliances and stuff, right? And often alliances could, my personal opinion, it fucks over a player like so bad to the point where then it's just it kind of defeats the purpose of trying to win the game, really, right? Where it's like that. I mean, I understand that in other mixes, right, or other, like, and like I said, this is more of like a hot take, and other people may or may not disagree with me, and I understand, people disagree, it makes sense, a lot of people may say, oh, alliances are part of the game, and while that is true, I think that there's certain people that take the alliances to a point where it's not really, it doesn't seem productive in some cases, right, where there's stuff like, for example, I'll make a couple examples now, right? Because I feel like I'm going off on a tangent now, and people may not know what I'm explaining here, but there are certain scenarios, right, where people cannot attack certain people in certain cases, like from a situational standpoint, right?
Yep.
Where they feel like they're in a situation like if they attack this person, they're dead, right? And there's some people that like do like a full-on alliance with somebody else, even when they have just the slightest opportunity to attack someone, right? And like say there's like in this situation, there's you see how on this map in particular, me and Cosmic, there's a 1 right there, right, in Tunisia in particular, and then also there's the situation with White over there, right? Who was in Romania and the Balkans and stuff, right? there's certain situations where it's more so like we like to go for we try to say, hey, if there's an opportunistic attack out there, right? Then usually when we're playing in League and playing, kind of hard to try to get wins, we say maybe you should go for that opportunistic attack, right? And usually when people don't make that attack, right, or it's not there, then there's the
game is prone to stalemates, right?
It's prone to stalemates, especially in the case of alliances. It really prone to stalemate even more.
Well, my suggestion to you there is that it might not be a failure of alliances; it might be a failure of the players to use them effectively, because you can negotiate attacks as well. Now, and I don't mean alliances in terms of I am your best friends till the end, we win together. Sometimes I just mean you do this, I do that, we both get what we want. Can we make a deal? That sort of thing.
Okay.
And everyone has a different spot on that spectrum. I think you lean, and you have very good company, don't get me wrong. You lean to a position where you would much prefer there to be, that would be at a minimum, which I think is funny because your games are also VC games. So this is a competitive league where almost everyone is in chat with each other.
Yes.
Is Cowboy going for Russia? Are you fucking serious?
He's positioned himself quite
so
interestingly.
Greedy.
There,
I love it. Oh my god. He wants all the bonuses. Yeah, man. Hey, you know what? Fun first. I think your success with this is obvious to me. So I'm not going to come in here and tell you like, oh, you're doing it wrong, you should do it this way. That's not my approach at all. I say try things out, see what works, see what doesn't. And just because I find something fun doesn't mean everyone else does. You're obviously doing something right.
Well, I think too. I guess back to on the alliances point too. Like we've experimented around with it early on when we first did this league.
Sure.
But then more often than not, it would be just two people or the entire lobby gangbangs one person, right? Yep. And then usually for that one person, it's not that fun.
It's a feel bad. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's it's a feels bad moment,
Yes.
And then we've executively decided, let's try to reward more individual play style, right? Like people can make, temporary deals and stuff, or people can move guys out of the way, coordinate a little bit, and that's fine, but ultimately the end goal is to try to, win games and stuff, right? And in certain, and we try to update the league as best we can to try to play around with that more, So then it's as we call, it's not a alliance LARP fest as our league would call it in particular. And then although I've noticed that in fixed games too, when we also say LARP kind of games, everybody's just kind of building up and nobody's making any huge attacks or anything like that, and everybody's just farming for cards, right? So we want to try to reward that bold playstyle, right?
Yeah, that's the thing you're going for.
That's what we're trying to go for with this particular league here.
You're really not
at least that direction.
You're really not going to want to remove me from that position, Escape.
That's more of a defensive position, actually. Believe it or not.
You're worried about me breaking you, huh?
Well, you see, I did because I did that. If I wanted to actually remove you from that position,
you would have just done it.
Then I would have stacked them all up.
Yeah, you would have just done it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I hear you. No, look, man, it really starting to look like who's going to win this game. So, here's a question for you.
Go for it.
You take this moment in the game, right? The early game is over. We're entering the mid game. The mid game is more of a the mid game for a fixed game is more of a stalemate, right? Everyone has their positions, and then it builds up.
Yes.
What breaks the tension, if not the power of negotiating?
I guess in terms of position of players, right? Whoever's in the strongest position, especially when it comes to income and bonuses, that player is often the one that puts a target on his back. At least on a huge map like this, where in smaller maps he actually will pick up much quicker compared to most. And look at Cosmic going for Russia and the Algeria bonus over there. That's an interesting split that he has going on there. But like in this case, it's actually really difficult to say who's the strongest player right now. But looking at the potential bonus and build, Pete, I think you have at least the superior position in terms of the most income. I would say Cosmic potentially here.
Yeah,
as,
if he's going to be allowed to hold Russia, he can outgenerate me.
Mm-hmm. So now this is where that's it. That's a big oof right there. But yeah, in terms of at this point in the game, like this is one of the few exceptions to like the LARPy kind of thing that I was talking about earlier, where this map is huge, right? There's a lot of space, a lot of potential for people to build up and get themselves going, right? Which is why normally it would take a little bit longer for the build-up stage to happen on a huge map like this, because there's so much space. But now that space is starting to kind of run out now, so now there's potential for more. And Pete makes the first strike here.
I had to, right? Or else he both outgenerates me and prevents me from getting cards in the future. I think that was the correct move. But now I have an enemy.
And hence is also why I built that wall too, in case you decide to move out, so then I can move up. At least the 5 stack is what the end goal was for that one. Yeah, green is definitely not looking so hot in terms of he's just kind of isolated over there, green in particular. But purple I still think has a very good position. But now you have established yourself as the strongest player. So now with the 3 bonuses that you have, and I may not be able to do anything about it, but I do know that there's others that are in position to do something. But that's also how this game kind of goes too, where like you may be able to focus on your set players and stuff, unlike Prague, where you'll get a huge stack and you can just throw it wherever you want. In Fixed, it's always going to be that fixed kind of play style, and it relies on that macro kind of style play. And when playing that macro kind of style play, when you're building up and stuff, then you get yourself in position, more likely than not, to either A, go after people that are next to you, keep them down, or to supposedly go for establishing a stronger kind of sphere, right? So, I mean, that's exactly what I'm going to do in this case.
You're just going to take another bonus.
I'm going to get myself in position.
Set up, yeah. Exactly. Don't actually do it
set
yet,
up, yeah.
But set up to do it. Fine. Oh, man.
Yeah, the green over there is actually in a interesting spot now, because what green's trying to do now is trying to give himself options, but green might be the one to make the break with that 13 there. Oh, that's just rough. And also in situations like this, trades could be absolutely dog shit for some players. Green has been having a really bad time with trades this entire game, and that is indeed a feels bad moment. So like you cannot fault green in that case for sure. And that's the thing too, like trades have to go your way sometimes too for you to have a very successful game.
My concern too is that the risk associated with being the strongest player is inevitably someone gets the bright idea to try and cut you down.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't always work out. Sometimes it works out. Doesn't always work out. It
depends on the player base too. Like the player base that we have is used to kind of like that doctrine too of like no alliances, or the slow roll rule that we have, or the because the rule we actually have with that is everyone gets 1 full attack with a slow roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't want to completely eliminate them, right? But we wanted to use them more like how people use timeouts, right? Like tactical timeouts, right? You could use it in a tactical situation where you think it's the best possibility to do it, right?
Oh man, he's gonna hit it.
I thought he was going to do something different, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, he's going to hit it.
He's going to slow roll you? Is that what he's doing?
No, I think he might blitz it.
If he blitzes it, that'd be interesting.
He's threatening.
Oh, absolutely. Interesting. Or is that... Oh, he's just keeping the stack there. That's the thing on these huge maps you got to be very careful with, though. When you do tactics like that, because there's always the possibility too that gets just stack wiped, right? Also, depending on if what the players do in particular in this, given situation here, because it's definitely very situational. this case, and it seems like a lot of the players here are playing relatively passive compared to Pete's first move there. Now, Pete's aggressive move there has paid off with attacking Russia there. That was it paid off well based off of what the other players could do. I personally can't do anything about Pete because I'm up against white and green who both have huge stacks, and I can't really slam into them yet.
Yeah, I don't know though, right? I can't protect myself against too many opponents.
Exactly, and that too. So that's why macro, especially fixed, is very important. Your build up.
Define macro for. I apologize, Escape. I'm an old man. Define macro for me. Yeah, hit the stack then. If you're gonna hit, he says risky move. He's gonna hit it. He's gonna fucking hit it. Watch. He is. But like, I think that's bad for him because then I hit him from the other position. I don't know. I started this war. I guess I have to finish it. Define macro, please.
Okay, so like macro is it's actually an old StarCraft 2 saying, right? Or StarCraft players started using this, if I remember correctly. But macro is the way you build up, right? There's micro and there's macro, right? Micro is when you focus on like doing the fast little clicks and like microing where your units are going and stuff. Like when people say micromanaging, right? You micromanage each unit differently, right?
Sure.
Macro is everything all together, how you build up, the build up stage. It's just a fancy word that I've learned.
No, so when you apply it to this, what is it? What do you mean?
In the risk settings, it's your build up, right? When you building up your bonuses, your income, positioning troops to protect yourself. That's really when it comes down to the macro kind of play. Where like in my case, right? I macroed my build up so then I could secure these 3 bonuses, right?
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that.
Which is also quite bad for me.
Yeah.
What do you have now? +4, +6, 13. Yeah, I think you outgenerate me from that too. Mm-hmm. Well, that's good for us.
But you can't really hit me unless you go through some other people. But I do see a way you could punish me. But
I'm not going to punish you. I have a third option.
Mm-hmm. You do. And you see, this guy, Big Dog, seems to be embracing the very few chances that in true random that he'll probably get. Oh, he's still he's not too happy about that either. That's the other thing about slow rolling too. It can also punish you too if you're not too careful, because like slow rolling doesn't necessarily give you a guaranteed, but it gives you the best chance potentially in terms of the odds, at least when you compare it to a blitz situation, like, at least by the numbers. But,
he does hit it.
Cosmic
He does hit it. Okay.
Stack wiped it. Now I see what I thought you were gonna do is to stack wipe Cosmic there, and then but now Cosmic has completely knocked you out from that position. But you still have a very good solid build on your hands, and you're actually really fortunate that a lot of the other players are playing relatively passive compared to everybody else, because like in our league we jump on any opportunities we can get. Oh, and look at Pink over there. Pink making the first move for taking Denmark up there. That's a very interesting play. And you'll probably also notice, right? And we can talk about this in particular. I love commentating.
You games do? Like, I wanted
kinds of commentating.
I wanted to get to it if you didn't. Yeah, so you're really good at it. Also, I have to say, like, you can just go, man, and it's very impressive.
A lot of people say it's the Jersey in me, I suppose, but it's mostly just the fact of it's just like talking, you know. That's one thing I'm good at is talking, right? And I feel like if I can implement that into like a sense of trying to tell what's going on and stuff, and that's a massive trade there. It was a 29 out of 25, and you actually did really well there. But that actually gives me a golden opportunity now to exert a little more territorial influence, I may say, actually. But but I'm not going to go too aggressive here. Not as aggressive as you think, because while fortune favors the bold, you could. There's also relatively aggressive strategies that could come out just by doing simple strategies like this, doing like gateway splits like that. And keep, as we say, keeping the gates open or closed kind of deal. In this case, I've closed the and Cosmic's already calling it a GG.
He's not licked yet. Because now he's on the other side of the world, and he can't fight with me anymore, which is what I would like to see.
Mm-hmm.
But, because I pissed him off, so I know he's not going to stop. Let's see if people let him hold Russia.
Although I will say this, I'm being relatively friendly in this game compared to how aggressive I actually can be.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I think
I am a lot more aggressive than this normally.
The last 2 times I played in Escape Zombies games, he ate me on the 5th turn before I was able to trade in my first set. So I was like, holy shit. And it's pretty aggressive, but if it worked for you, it worked for you.
Yeah, and especially I'm trying to also build up on more of my aggression play too, especially for the upcoming tournament, because I want to be able to find a play style that mixes like a good like in certain cases I'm going to play super passive, play the long game, but in other cases I want to see where I can apply that aggression, where that aggression could really pay off.
Yeah, so far so good. You paid off the war that I started, and I think I lose this war.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but so does Cosmic. So I'm the idiot. So,
I wouldn't necessarily say
Cosmic Cowboy, if you're watching this show, I'm calling it now. I made a mistake, and I apologize.
I think you both pay really harshly for this, but at the same time, there's also... speaking of people attacking it, White is not leaving Green alone. He is not leaving him alone. The poor guy's had such awful luck this whole game. Oh... Cosmic is still attacking. Oh my god. He is not letting up. But both of you guys attacking each other this much is so beneficial for me.
Right.
So then I could just kind of build up that influence and then prepare where I'm going to go really, because there's multiple opportunities for me to go for a really crucial attack here. And I could really pick anybody that I want to go for. Besides probably Pink, because Pink is super far away. And there's no reason for me to hit Pink right now. While Pink's got his own, Pink's got their own agenda going on up there in Scandinavia. But what was I talking about before? We were mentioning the topic. The commentating.
Yeah,
right.
Commentating. Yeah. Well,
right.
you love maps and history. I can already tell, right? You're really into.
Yes.
What the game you play? The other game you play, Hearts of Iron.
Yes.
What type of game is that?
And that, my friend, is the probably you would actually like that game more than a lot of people would think, because it actually involves nothing but diplomacy. Like, diplomacy is what wins those games 9 times out of 10. And then like every now and then, but it's also big, like it's a real time strategy game, right? Where it's like a World War II kind of map simulator, but what adds to it is like factory building and unit building, micromanaging units, and just a bunch of different stuff. Like basically the advanced Risk, as I would probably go ahead and call it.
So no wonder your buddies all enjoy Risk, because they're already kind of playing a similar thing.
Exactly, with the exception of Sarcasm. Sarcasm more of a first-person, third-person shooter kind of guy, and then but he also enjoys like Civ and stuff. So like I guess that goes hand in hand as well. But if only Civ 5 worked in multiplayer. But now I think might be the perfect timing for me to go in for a giant strike here.
Oh boy!
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah, it looks like a landslide escape victory at this point.
And I'm actually going to back up these lines and play more tactical. You see, I'm actually going to trade bonuses because I feel bad for White, but I'm just going to take the Balkans, and he could then go, or even Green could go into Austria-Hungary. Those guys could fight over that. They can stay right there.
Somebody's going to get it for sure. So how long have you been twitching?
I've been twitching for a while now. I mean, I used to actually do before I got into like strategy games and stuff. Ever since I was in high school, I used to host Call of Duty tournaments actually, and we would host these big like multi-team tournaments where we have 4 teams going at the same time, battle each other, and then will them down the 2 teams, and then eventually go into like a free-for-all stage, stuff like that, because I always loved, like back in the day, reality TV shows, was something that I really loved watching and stuff. And I kind of liked Total Drama Island back in the day. So I thought, okay, for Black Ops 2, I could kind of implement that in a way, but like divide up everybody into teams and then have one winner, that one single winner that's going to, make or break, kind of deal. You know what I mean? So I used to host Black Ops 2 tournaments and stream them, and then on top of that, I also make gaming videos and stuff like that, and do like funny moments videos, montages, kill cams, like all different kinds of videos. And then like after a while, I took a break, after like focusing on college and stuff, like a month or two, and then I got back into it. And then I did Twitch like back in high school. Then I took a long break from Twitch in particular because I was focusing a lot on like YouTube and other college stuff. But then just recently, about a year ago, actually almost exactly a year ago from now, I restarted Twitch. And that's when I was like just streaming like Call of Duty Zombies and stuff like that. Then I got into Risk in particular at around July and August, like about 6-7-ish months ago now, I think, if I'm exactly right on that. And then I was like, wow, I used to play Risk a fuck ton when I was a kid and in high school. Like I would gather around with my buddies in the high school cafeteria, and we would all play Risk. We'd play like a nice big game during lunch, and then everyone would call us all the jocks would call us fucking nerds playing Risk at lunchtime and shit. And I was like, no, I'm cool with it, I'm cool being called a nerd. Nerd's like a compliment to me.
Oh yeah,
actually. Oh yeah.
Born and raised.
Born and raised, man. Now I'm just gonna spread out a little bit, give myself a huge defensive in-depth over here. And in true random, defensive in-depth strategies like this are absolutely huge in particular. Like, because if you could because every time you roll, especially when you blitz, you roll into bit like stacks and stuff. The chances that you have an incredible attack on the one big stack are not exactly the same each and every roll, right? So even if like by God's miracle that you're able to get a really good roll on maybe the first two or so, maybe the third one you lose all of your guys on that one last attack, So going defensive in-depth strategies is also really good on true random fixed because you give yourself more of a defensive chance to keep yourself in the game. So then throughout the to keep going on the Twitch and stuff, while I'd be doing Twitch and stuff, I would commentate a lot of these tournaments and stuff, and I would commentate a lot of these events. So then, just to tell people what's going on, really. And a lot of times, commentators kind of point out and see things that not a lot of other people are paying attention to in particular. And I think it's interesting to provide that insight in a commentary kind of setting, like a professional commentary setting. And I'll give you guys a little like sample in a moment here when we as the game goes on, as we do see Cosmic on the top in Russia there and is going for a full-blown attack into green there. That is a massive attack. He's doing massive double prong invasion from the Ukraine. I think he's just trying to push the lines there a little bit, and that is all but going to eliminate Green's chances of winning this game.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, right? I would be commentating stuff like that, and that's just a sample. That is just a very small sample.
Wow.
So it's stuff like that. I'm going to commentate on stuff like that, and plus I have a lot of energy, and I want to be able to exert that energy.
I can tell.
Mm-hmm. And being able to exert that energy in like a tournament setting like this is like a lot of fun. To put the excitement into the gaming and stuff as well, because it's oftentimes a lot of like I feel like a lot of Twitch personalities out there, at least the ones that get like promoted, I don't feel like they have that same entertainment value kind of deal. I'm not trying to say I'm the most entertained person in the world. I'm not saying that, but I'm going to say in particular that there's a lot of Twitch streamers out there that I don't think completely understand how to either properly commentate for those that do the commentation and stuff. Because there's people that like go out there and they just scream really loud and they're not like clearly and concise and clearly and decisively, I'd say, talking about the given situation, but also really narrating what's really fully going on. More like in-game knowledge, I may say, right? Because I think it's very important. And I watch a lot of like PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, like a lot of the casters go on there.
Yeah.
The amount of game knowledge that those guys have, in particular, with a lot of these games, I think it's absolutely incredible. Like the things that they know, the stats that they just pull up right from the top of their head, like it's just crazy. And I personally think it's amazing. So those guys are like really good examples. Like if any of you guys have ever heard of like PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds and like PUBG esports and stuff like that, I highly recommend that you guys go check it out. Just because it's a little bit different compared to your normal kind of like esports. For those of you guys that are really into it, there's professional commentators that are commentating 16 teams at once, in a battle royale setting, in a esports setting, right? Competitive settings, and I think it's really cool, personally.
He breaks. He definitely breaks. Yeah, he had to. Yeah. Okay. I think this game is going to progress.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think Cosmic is a little salty at the moment, unfortunately.
He is, and I just
oh my god, that was a 6. That was -6 against a 1 there. Holy shit!
They both die.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what happens? Then I'm left as the second strongest player, but between me, Big Dog, and Stony, I don't think we can address you. I think you win for sure, right?
Well, I think that a lot of it is going to depend on what White does here too. Like White may slam directly against me and go for. I mean, it's a possibility, but he may also go for the bonus.
So Big Dog is a free for all top 100 GM.
Ah, okay.
So he is one of the guys who is still able to consistently stay in the top 100 playing multiplayer Risk. There's just a little context for you, right? There's a handful of them, but it's always nice to see that the strategies are still viable. You do a little bit of 1v1, but not really, right?
No, not really. Only because 1v1s for me are a little bit kind of hard to decipher in Risk in particular. Like, I noticed that a lot of 1v1 tournaments use manual placement. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And I feel like in the beginning of those 1v1s, it really comes down to where you place your guys, like strategically and stuff. Like, and then sometimes these 1v1s are over within 1 or 2 turns, you know? And I feel like, just me personally, I think it's a little short, you know?
You prefer a longer game.
I prefer a tiny bit longer. Not like completely dragged out, but a tiny bit longer than that. Like, nothing that's completely, you know, out of the blue or anything, but like I'd say like maybe like a 30-minute, 40-minute. I'd say like I mean, some of the average games would last kind of last that long. Like, have you ever watched CS:GO by any chance? Or have you ever heard of CS:GO?
That's an FPS, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The average like CS:GO game, right, would be about 45 to 50 minutes, right?
Okay.
So like I'd say somewhere around there is a very good solid indicator.
As a progressive player, I tend to like my games of Risk to be between 20 and 30 minutes, generally speaking.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, it's funny because I think the pace that you like a game to be determines your settings, right? Like you'll see it. You ever watch Tommy's show on Twitch? Tommy Two Bits?
I have not actually.
Okay,
no.
Check him out too. So Tommy is he's made a top 150 playing fixed caps. So how long do you think it takes his average fixed caps game, right, to get a win? It's a multi-hour long, right, slow grind.
Yeah. That's those games I've heard are slogfest, and I've seen like you and Stove play caps before, and that's with progressive.
Right. Like
with progressive, it's long itself, and I'm just like, holy shit! Like they actually take a long ass time to play prog caps games. Like holy shit,
well, that's incredible. That's what Stove likes, right? He kind of wants to emulate sitting around.
Well, you see, Stove is a whole different animal. Let's be honest.
Tell me your take on this man.
Like no, but I mean,
he's going for the kill. He's going for the kill.
He's going for the kill.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I love Stove. He's a cool guy. I think he's a cool guy. His niche I think is very interesting too with caps and stuff. definitely is an inspiration for doing for people going out there to try to be creative and do something different, you know. And I personally like that.
But Stove's good at not just Cav. Stove's good at friggin'.
Oh yeah, no, he's good. Honestly, he's good at anything he touches besides True Random.
You see him? Yeah, you don't think he's good at True? I bet you he is.
No. I'm saying at least I haven't seen him get that huge win yet. But of course, Stove can win. No questions asked. He can do whatever. And poor White over there struggling there. But I think Stove's a great player, and he deserves to be where he is. You know, grinding out for. I remember you were mentioning he played 3,000 games or something like that. Like he's way past the 3,000 game marker now, right?
6,000 games, dude.
6,000.
I have a YouTube video of his 6,000th game.
Wow.
All right, sorry, Cowboy. Didn't all work out so well.
Going for the kill on Cowboy.
Yeah.
And the dab to go in for the kill.
What do you need to 100%? Like, there's never 100% in True Random.
Exactly. That's what makes it fun. You see? That's what makes it fun.
Uh-huh.
You deep down, you enjoy it to some capacity.
I like things that are strategically interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, the feel bad of True Random is I don't like losing to things that aren't my fault. Right? I'm totally fine to lose a game. Like, for example, I'm going to lose this game, and it's my fault, right? I fucked over Cowboy. You exploit the fact that I do that. You win the game, right? So I lose this game. It's my fault. I deserve the loss. When I lose to Dice, on some level, I don't feel the same, right? I don't feel I deserve the loss. Uh-oh.
Yep, it's unfortunately...
No escape, no!
the time has come.
The time has come! All right, we all die.
Okay, I'm gonna stop there.
How do we stop EscapeThe4z?
This is also why defensive depth works so much.
Where is the 4Z, and how would one escape from it?
That is, well, I actually came up. If you're asking how I came up with my name, I guess this is, I suppose, where this conversation is leading. The 4Z actually comes from. There's 4 Z's in my last name. Last name is. So I will say the. I will not say how it's spelled, but I will pronounce it for y'all.
Sure.
But Azizo is the last name.
The Sicilian horns.
Mm-hmm. It is a Sicilian name.
There you go.
So yeah, but I don't know. I just felt like the name sounded cool, honestly.
Yeah, I like
and then although everyone mentions like, oh, did you name yourself after Escape the Fate, like that band or whatever? I'm not sure if you've ever heard them, but at least once I'd hear somebody say, "Oh, you named yourself after Escape the Fate? That's pretty cool, bro." And then I'm awkwardly trying to tell them I don't know who the fuck that is. But that was a good trade there.
I don't know. I don't think it matters, right? You just keep hitting me. I can't really counterattack you. You can hit whoever you want at this point. I think we all do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's also why I left the 15 in the back lines, too, with your 6 there. And then I kept the 6 there in case you were coming back for another attack. But this is exactly what I'm going to do here. Oh, that was a terrible trade. Garbaggio trade there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm not going to make it. Fuck. I was going to try to go for Iceland.
Nice.
But alas, it is not enough. And I'm going to reinforce that.
Yeah, I think you have this in... something like 4 turns.
A couple turns. But yeah, defense and def is really good. Especially on true random. He's going to stack that, and is he going to come after me? Oh, yes, he is. He is going to come after me.
What's your favorite map, Escape?
I have to think about that. But,
This has got
Pirates Bay.
This has got to be up
Bay's
there. Pirates Bay is such bullshit, though, right? Whoever gets a good bonus just fucking sweeps. The bonuses are so juicy.
Well, that's kind of how it is on this map too, in a way, right? Although with this map, it's a little bit more advanced, a little bit in terms of the play style.
Yeah.
In particular.
Yeah, the positioning.
Look at him laughing at me. Wow, he does not like me one bit.
He's not trying to lose quite yet.
Yeah, no, it's cool. You know, I let him keep his bonus, but it's cool.
Now you won't.
Now I'm not. Now I'm most certainly not going to let him keep it.
Right.
But it is cool. Oof.
All right. Let's see.
I'm going to lose a lot of fucking... That fucking sucks.
We're not just
we're not
just gonna lie down.
No. I'm just saying with the white is going to be a massive problem for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to stack up. Also, the reason why defense and def is really good is because of situations like this, where if you lose your stack and you get double teamed, then you have defensive stacks to help your cause.
Yeah, it makes it so that your
look at this motherfucker
really...
trying to get fucked. He's trying to slow roll me. This fucker tried to slow roll me on a 1, on a fucking 1, man. Wow. Okay. This stack wipe is 41 in a moment. Just give me a few minutes. That stack will be gone. That makes sense. I don't give a shit losing that. Look at this guy. This man over here blitzed me. Oh wait, is this person gonna try to come after me too?
Yeah, of course.
Am I gonna get triple? Oh, I'm gonna get fucking triple ganked here. Holy shit.
Oh
okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, hey, dude. We're not just gonna lie down, right?
No. I'm cool with it. I'm just like, wow, I'm getting actually triple teamed here. Wow, I'm honored.
It's true. Something Tyler said to me once really resonates here. He's like, "Look, if it takes 3 people to beat me, then I kind of already won the game." You know.
I think it's mission accomplished then.
Well, at least this game is open.
Getting rid of white stack.
It opened up. Ooh, yeah, that'll be it for white.
Yeah, making sure white is out of the game and cannot do shit. Yeah, keep laughing at me. Keep laughing. Keep laughing, bitch ass. I'm cool with him getting a trade. That's fine. That is completely fine. Open it up. Oh my god, get wrecked. He's gonna go and try to hit my North Africa bonus. That's fine. Now, you see, you actually might have an advantage because now you're getting left alone here.
Yeah, well, it lets me build up a bit, but I mean, look, Stoney from doing little this game already, what, he has 30 troops on me?
Yeah, no, he has 30 troops in Russia, and then 51 in Albania there.
I mean 30 troop lead, right? I'm at 89, he's at 116.
Ah, yeah. Oh, man, that was not very nice, stack wiping my 3. That wasn't cool. But you know what, that's actually okay. Now I can completely wipe, I can get ready to completely wipe white off the map.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, He's
Oh man.
he really loves to laugh at me. This guy.
I like it. I like it because he kind of he shot his last shot, right?
Yeah.
He saw that this game was going to go, and he was like, "Well, let's change it up."
Fuck.
And then we'll be in a 3-player balanced endgame, which is a very interesting way for these settings to end.
Shit. That is all right. I can put a 3 or 4 stack down there. Actually, better yet, I'm gonna do that. Actually.
Yeah, guard your real bonus.
Yeah. Well, now it's a bonus I can actually potentially hold. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure to get rid of white.
Yeah, well,
or if somebody else does it, great.
yeah, maybe Stoney beats you to the punch here.
That's funny. And that's the other thing about Too Random I love too, is just like with all the unpredictability that happens in this particular game, I love the just like sometimes like if desperate tactics call for desperate measures and they work out sometimes.
Do I try and go for the elim?
It is a possibility.
I don't think it's worth it. I'll let you have it.
I mean, I'm not doing it for the card for this, by the way. I'm doing it just to make sure that he is eliminated.
Yeah, I get it. I know why you're doing it. That part is not ambiguous at all. Yeah, the reason I asked your question about your favorite map is, so you play these settings quite a lot, and you're obviously good at it. You've thought about it, right? It gets fairly deep. I think the so Fixed is a more psychological game than Progressive. I think True Random Fixed is a more psychological game than regular Fixed. Right? Because you get to see how your opponents respond to good and bad luck. Right? More variance tells you more about people. You also probably get to know your friends very well. Good game, big dog.
That's funny. He attacked the same tile and failed both times.
Wasn't meant
That's
to be.
funny. That's funny.
Man, so how does this shake out?
Pink actually got the kill there. Okay. Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, did you,
Pink gets a trade.
Did you feel that bounty point was stolen from you?
Nah. I'm happy as long as the threat is gone. That's one less threat to worry about now. Now, I did leave Pink alone the entire game.
Everyone left Pink alone the entire game.
Yeah, exactly. Now things get interesting.
Uh-huh.
Now, you were able to rebuild there, Pete. That was a big rebuild.
I was.
Because I focused a lot on...
And look at Escape rebuilding. It's very nice. We're going to have a nice... Everyone going to fucking hold hands, sing Kumbaya, huh?
I think we're going to have a very solid endgame here.
Oh, boy. This is a great map.
I do love this map.
I'm so glad they came out with it, because it has like such a variety of sized bonuses. It also has these like small but really valuable ones in the middle that make hanging out in the middle potentially viable. Yeah, in the early game for like Progressive. Like this game, this map plays very interestingly even in Progressive.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what are we gonna do? I guess we're gonna stack here, just to make sure that you don't fuck with my shit. Oh, fuck.
Ah, you're gonna attack into Italy.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's cool, man. It's really good. We're all like very close to equal.
Hmm.
I
I
want.
know, I'm really.
I want to see
really
how
gotta think about
you.
this.
Yeah, I figured you did. I want to see how you establish or gain advantage again from this position. Gastoni's being super passive, which I guess shouldn't be surprising. I think he's going to let us fight amongst ourselves. Do we take the bait?
Hmm. Hmm.
You're holding too much of the board. Someone has to stop you.
I'm gonna try something. See if this works out. Also, I mean, I think you are aware of what I'm trying to do here, but I think that a lot of people underestimate the power of soak damage.
Oh, I see. Just like leaving fucking twos everywhere.
The soak damage breadcrumbs.
That's true. I should start doing that shit.
Even from the grave, that's funny, risky move.
A little bit of soak damage, huh? I like it. I like it.
I think that in this particular game, I think it's gonna be interesting to see. I think Pink is gonna be the benefactor in terms of like whatever Pink does. Probably more than likely decide where this game is going to go in terms of the end game.
I don't agree because I don't think he's going to do anything. I think you and I crack. One of us hits the other guy. Maybe I'm wrong.
That is a maybe.
Yeah. Also, isn't it odd that Naples doesn't connect across the Adriatic to wherever that is, Albania?
Albania, yeah, that is kind of weird actually. At least on this particular
You would figure it would.
map. Mm-hmm.
What's your education in Escape?
Like college education?
Yeah.
Film studies or like
okay.
video editing.
Do you like movies?
I do like movies.
What
I've
kind of genres?
Like all kinds, honestly. Sci-fi, certain horror movies. I mean, there's a lot. Modern day horror movies are kind of disgraceful, my personal opinion.
Okay.
Like certain,
You jumped the shark?
like I'm just talking about like the effects and everything. There's just so much effects to the point where it just doesn't seem realistic anymore. You know, like if you get my drift, you know. Now, I don't like that Pink is stacking only on me. I do not like that very much. I'm fine with Pink doing a split stack. Like, a split stack may or may not make sense, but...
At least I can do this quickly with the keyboard. Somebody showed me how to...
Do it quick.
Yeah. Well, you use the arrow keys?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was a possibility.
That is indeed a thing.
What sci-fi? Like anything, or what are your favorite sort of? I love sci-fi, so that's fine.
One of my favorite movies, Independence Day, the old one, not not the garbage new one.
Sure.
I love the old one just because the effects for the time were definitely interesting, and I love the just the overall movie itself. I don't know why, just it's a movie that kind of fits for me, if you catch my drift, you know?
Some people just want to watch the White House explode.
Sure.
And Will Smith too, huh? How do you go wrong?
Yeah, well, Will Smith in alien movies is a meme, but I think it's kind of funny. Yeah, I do not like that Pick has got both of the stacks positioned against me.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Because Pig is eventually going to strike me when I'm attacking you. That's the one thing that's keeping me from fully going in on Pete. Ah, he's pushing back. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
That was a lot of damage.
I mean, might as well be a little greedy, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing over there? Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out of there!
It's just a small build.
What are you doing? What are you doing over there?
Besides, that's not where I was gonna go.
No.
I really got to think about this.
Yeah, look, everyone being good neighbors, huh? So did you ever play the board game? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Get soaked. Yeah, defense, defense, defense.
There we go. I felt like I had to do something. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, that should be good enough.
Right on, right on.
And I think that evened out the board just a little bit.
Let's see. 177, 173, 198. Yeah, he doesn't hit you, though.
Maybe I was just trying to cut through him, to be honest. I needed to borrow his territory.
Yeah.
If he hits me, I don't care. Oh wow, he is being friendly with me. I like this. I like this.
Well, I don't think he does, right? Because now he's in the lead.
Yeah. I am completely okay with that. But now Pete's gonna hit me from two angles. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Ooh.
I can be nice escape.
This gives me an opportunity I like. I like this opportunity. I'll be taking this stack, sir.
Oh my god, why?
I'm sorry, I had to. Like,
no,
that
stack
was threatening me for a while. I had the chance to get rid of it.
It's fine. It's fine. Stoney can win.
And stack up on Morocco. Okay. Beautiful. And your 70 stack is blocked in.
I know. Well. It's okay. I guess Stoney wins.
Stoney is probably going to win this now because it's just the stacks are in. Like, I can't do much about the stacks based off of my positioning, but I had to remove you from Africa, so now I could actually focus on what to do with Pink. Because you're okay where you are. I'm okay with you being over there. That's fine.
Uh-huh.
Now I got to worry about Pink. Pink is very menacingly. That's going to be interesting. Oh, that was a good trade. Very good trade there, Pete. Just in case you get any bright ideas.
You hit it again?
Nah, I'm not gonna hit it again.
You're gonna defend against
Actually,
me,
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I hit it again? That is actually a good question.
It is.
Hmm. To go over here. Yeah, I always loved sci-fi movies. Like sci-fi movies is always something I enjoyed.
I was like a big Star Trek nerd when I was like a little kid.
Ah.
But I've tried to expand my horizon since then.
Hmm.
I think what they've done with Star Wars is a fucking tragedy.
Hmm. I do agree.
You can only saturate the market so much before people start to not give a shit.
Like, yeah, and I've noticed that just in general, like, a lot of TV is going away from like that creativity, which made it so good in the first place. You know,
Like original ideas?
yeah, original ideas, yes, and they're more focusing on appeasing certain groups to include certain things that certain groups want in. Like, for example, you notice there's a lot more um, like I'm all good with like people doing like do a little diversity kind of deal in there. That's fine, you know.
Yep.
But like, but I feel like people overdo it, you know, not and don't focus enough on like, oh, it's a good story or it's like something that's like really good. Although I will give an example of actually a really good story that, but I feel like it mixes it in very well.
Sure.
Ever heard of that movie 42?
No, tell me.
42 is about Jackie Robinson, famous African American baseball player, right?
Right.
And I feel like that movie in particular, they nailed it. I think, in my personal opinion. Plus, they had Harrison Ford in there, so I can't complain when they add Harrison Ford into a movie. You know,
he is a very talented guy, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. I do like his acting. Oh shit! That 160 stacks now stacked up against you, Pete.
I'm aware.
But yeah, no, I was gonna say that oh shit! Interesting flanking maneuver there, Pete. But I was gonna say, I feel like that movie 42 nailed it for me. Or at least my personal opinion. Everybody has their different opinions, for the record. You all can have your opinions, and that's okay. I want to establish that,
of course,
from the get-go. But I do think 42 mixes in, like, you know, okay, if you want to do the diversity kind of deal, like subliminal diversity messaging, that movie did it like enough, but not overdid it, you know.
So that's you said subliminal messaging. I think it's not even subliminal. I think it's.
You think so?
I think it's liminal. I think we are being propagandized on purpose. I think there very much is an agenda here, and it's not conspiratorial, right? But it's like, this is the way you should think, again and again and again and again. But like,
but you see, I think they do that too much, though.
No, I agree. It ruins the plot of movies. It makes it unfun. Mm-hmm. The heavy-handed political correctness in media is very off-putting.
Mm-hmm. Very, very big turnoff too when people just want to go see a. Like, I mean, in my case, right? I just want to go see a fucking movie. I want to laugh my ass off if there's something really funny. I want to enjoy and just watch something that's, you know, interesting, you know, or has a good story or feel good story, you know. And it's just something that's fun, you know, and because we consume so much political crap as a society nowadays, and it's just awful. And we need to, you know, we just need to chill a little bit, have some fun, relax, you know. I mean, there's a lot of issues with what's going on in the world and stuff. But you know, like when we're watching TV or like we go to like a hockey game, like when I watch a hockey game, like I want to just watch some fuckers beat the shit out of each other on the ice,
right?
Or I just want to see I just want to be entertained, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, like, why? Here's my thought about this, and tell me what you think. So, it seems to me like there is a religious undertone to the political correctness thing. Right? It's like, here's the purity, here is the correct way to think. If you do not think this way, you are sacrilegious. And I've always been of the opinion that ideology is bad, right? I choose to update my beliefs as I learn new things to be true.
And when you go through different experiences, right?
Yes. And the conclusion I've drawn at this point in my life is that I am not a pure good man. I am merely a collection of, interesting sub-personalities. I am both good and evil simultaneously. And
We've seen that in Risk.
I think, I think everyone is. And I think that's a much more accurate way of modeling human beings. So if we're talking about purity of thought or righteousness or being, look.
Now we're getting really deep.
I don't know, but I think this is a good topic of conversation. I'm interested to hear what you think too, man. Because, I don't pretend to be a perfect person. I have biases. I don't want to think of myself as a racist or a bigot or a whatever, right? I don't want to paint myself with that label. But I think the fact remains, everyone is. And I think that's okay. And that's the thing that's not being talked about, is we need to integrate our vice into our being.
Our imperfections.
Yes,
as human beings.
as opposed to pretend that we are always virtuous. So what do you think? What do you think of that?
Well, I do think, in particular, this is actually really deep. This conversation.
Welcome to the show, my friend.
But I like how you mentioned, because with different experiences, right? We learn and go through different things, right? And there's different things that we think of and believe in that we are strongly for or strongly against. And I think that with I'm just gonna move this guy here. There we go. It's sometimes hard for me to play Risk and to talk at the same time, at least making a move.
It happens.
But as I was saying before, I do think that it is very important for people to, I think, recognize that not everybody is perfect, like you said, right? And everybody has their kind of moments. I mean, I can say this myself. I ain't no perfect person myself, Maybe I'm not the smartest person in the world. Maybe I'm not the most righteous, but I feel like in certain ways I'm righteous enough to where I need to be, I guess. Where you and I say this in the case of man, it's kind of hard to word this, but
take your time.
I feel like I'm good enough for who I am.
So you're not trying to bear guilt for who you are. Right? I see.
Do I make decisions sometimes I regret? Of course, everybody does.
Everybody does. Yeah.
My God, we're running out of space to farm here.
No, we're the walls are closing in.
Yeah, pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't. So, what is Christianity, original sin, right? You're expected to bear guilt by virtue of the fact that you exist, and the guilt is used as a manipulation. Right? You should feel bad, and you should seek God's approval and forgiveness forever because you are bad, right? So I am painted into a corner where I'm expected to behave as if I am, recalcitrant for the sins of my great grandfathers. It's obscene. It doesn't.
I personally think in that regard. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
it's just a good thought just came to me, right?
Yeah.
I think no matter what happens, no matter what decisions we make, as long as it does not involve the killing of someone, like as in like I mean like intently, directly killing someone, kind of deal. You know, like with someone with a murderous intent, for example, right? But I think God finds a way to forgive us because He's just that loving. And I'm saying this as a hardcore Christian myself, who may or may not read the Bible at times. But well, to be honest, I don't read the Bible enough. But I do believe that we there's ways to be forgiven in ways we don't expect, if I may say so myself. I think that we go through the journeys that we go through for a reason. I think that's what, at least from Catholic belief, that's what I've been taught to believe my entire life. You know.
Sure.
And I think that obviously it's important to go through what we go through for as part of the journey. As they say, the journey is the destination. They say sometimes, right?
Right. It's not about getting there. It's about enjoying the ride.
Exactly. And I think that plays a role into it, right? Where like maybe we don't make the decisions we want to make, or maybe we're stuck in a corner with our set decision making. Maybe we have to make a sacrifice or two, but at the end of the day, I personally think God's going to forgive us no matter how much we sin, and as long as we recognize that we sin. Sometimes, you know?
I don't seek that. I don't seek that forgiveness. Right? What I'm trying to do is I'm not trying to hope for some immortality in the next life. I'm just trying to live the best life in this one. Right? I don't think I'm all that bad of a man. I'm not pretending to be a perfect man. But I don't feel in my bones that I should bear guilt for some fictitious, terrible things that... And maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe that guilt is useful. Like, this emotion exists for a reason.
Uh-huh.
But I've just never... Look, every time... Oh, he's gonna do it! Oh, shit! Shit. Nice.
I had to try to go for the stack wipe because your stack was trapped there, so I had to go for it.
I hear you. It was just gonna keep fucking with your shit.
All right. But yeah, back to the topic at hand here.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to say too, I think it's, if people want to be forgiven, the forgiveness is open. I think it's a matter of being open to the forgiveness. Like, you don't have to take it, you don't have to seek it, but if you're ever asking for God's forgiveness, it's there if you ever need it. You know, at least that's what I believe. I think it's important for that openness to exist. But of course, the openness is you have to take the open decision. You know, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. That's what is that? The ontological argument for God or something?
I think
so. I'm a philosophy student, so I can bring up the. This is actually a perfect thing to put on the podcast. Ontological argument for God.
You're searching it up?
Yeah. I want to define it.
Okay.
So, as an a priori argument, the ontological argument tries to prove the existence of God by establishing the necessity of God's existence through the explanation of the concept of existence or necessary being. So, I think this ties to what you're talking about, right? God exists because of our being, right? Otherwise, there would be no us, right? So we in that way, we kind of personify or create this idea. Well, that's a fun question, too. So, like, when you think of God, do you think of a person? Is it personified?
So what you mean? Do I imagine God as a person?
Yeah,
is what you're saying?
Is there a being, someone you could talk to that is God in your understanding of it?
I think God comes in the form of people we love, or God comes in the form of different people we know or encounters that we've had. Although God being I suppose, like, believing that he's an all-seeing or all-powerful God, he could be anything, but I suppose he prefers to be a person. I don't know. I mean, I know God has some kind of personal choice put into play here. You know, otherwise, why would human beings have some form of personal choice, right?
So there's a Jewish idea that says, imagine you were God, right? Imagine you were an infinite being that was infinitely powerful, and right, omnipotent, omniscient. You could do anything, see anything. Okay. In that way, what would be the thing that you lack? What does an infinite being have, not have? And the answer is limitation. So the idea, and this is how I like to think of God. The idea is that we each of us are a shard of consciousness. We are a piece of God. So in order to experience limitation, this being broke himself up into, myriad tiny little pieces, and we're all subjectively experiencing. We are all a piece of God, right? Experiencing the world subjectively, because we have both the access to the infinite creative potential in our minds, right? We, like human beings, create things that don't exist from nothing, from ideas in our head. That's the creative force of the universe. And then, but we're also in these limited bodies that age and die. So it's kind of a it's a cool juxtaposition. That's how I like to think of it, anyways.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I think he's going to...
I just moved my stack over there for position, and I guess I scared Pink, and Pink is now stacked up into one. Oh my!
I think he's waiting for us to fight more, and then he's going to clean up. That's the way I think this one goes.
Yeah, I think so too. But I feel like Pink has a larger stack. I think at this point, it's whoever has the balls to hit the stack or to do something about it,
Well, I should play that game. You got the board, right? You can win this. I don't think I can win this. Stoney's gonna have to do something creative.
I have an idea.
Are you cool if I post the link to your server in the show notes?
Oh yeah,
it's
sure.
An open server for anyone who would like to join.
It's an open server for anyone that wants to join. Absolutely.
So you guys play Hearts of Iron. You guys play Risk. What else do you do in there?
I do Battlefield sometimes. We've been doing Territorial IO. That's been a fun game.
Yeah, I like that one.
And that game is a lot of fun. Yeah. And then pretty much simplified Risk.
Yeah.
And then I do some Call of Duty sometimes. Holy shit! Okay, I was hoping that Pink would not move the stack up there. It would have been nice if she kept it down there.
What a hilarious endgame.
Yeah, this game has been pretty stalemated for quite some time now.
It's almost like classic fixed true random, or fixed true random and stalemate settings. But hey, I'm not here to break your balls.
You're here to break my fucking balls, huh? Time to move this wall up. I like do that. Pink's not gonna break me. Pink doesn't have the guts to break me here.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Because if Pink breaks, then
I win.
You might win the game.
Yeah, then I win. Right.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, it's the deterrence. It's, we all have it's the classic U.S., Russia, China. We all have nuclear weapons, but I may be weaker in this case than Pink in terms of the stacks, but Pink will not hit me because I have deterrence on my side. Well, technically all of us do. Ah, Pink's going over there. I think I will follow that stack.
Will you?
I might.
I just want my bonuses, man. That's all I want.
I'm not going after your bonuses no more.
I just want to hang out in Switzerland. I want to have my bonuses. Hey, 69.
Based.
Based. Yeah, this game is over. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
You see what I'm doing? You see what I'm doing now?
I do see what you're doing. Whatever. He can... Oh, he can't go around. Fuck.
That's exactly why I did that.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Like, I've caught Pink. Now Pink is completely out of position. And Pink would have to create a new stack and either A, waste them like that, and do stuff like that. And now I'm going to completely wipe it. After having a huge amount of patience there. In this case, it was about patience.
Yeah, so often it is, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But
that's
also,
usually how these games go.
Also, you were active, right? You were establishing and growing your position every turn. You were doing a lot this game, right? A lot more than I was. I was just kind of antagonizing and not really holding effect. But then again, you kept me in check. I think if you didn't,
yeah, no, I did. I made sure, like, at very few points you would have those four bonuses in Spain. There'd be very few instances. And now all I got to do is just relax. You can keep slamming your stack into me, and that's fine.
Oh yeah, is it fine?
It is fine.
Okay, good.
All's going according to plan, actually.
This is what you want. I fell right for Escape's trap.
Up for my trap card.
Oh no.
Hold on, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do a 20 there.
Yeah, you remove the entire position. Almost.
Yeah, I think I'm okay. There. Now, is Pink going to go for... Oh, where is Pink? Ah, Pink is on the move. Pink's on the move again.
How do we get out of this one?
Oh man, those trades are really good, actually.
Yeah, if I'm getting good dice, I'm not watching.
Yeah. I think it's gonna come down to the one stacks now. The one stack that we have.
Who feels like letting me hold half the board and catch back up?
If you can hold half the board.
I said, who feels like letting me? Who wants to let Pete catch back up, guys? Not Escape. That's who. Well, I tried. Fresh out ideas, bud. Guess I'd die.
Fuck. I'm gonna grab these guys.
I mean, I think Stoney has to hit you now.
I think Stony waits for a trade, then hits me.
Why does the trade matter?
But Stony would have to go all the way around. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Stony's not going to hit my 290 stack.
No, nobody's hitting nobody's stacks. Come on. We're not trying to just die.
Oof. 290 stack was blocked in. Ah. Now you're going to probably hit pink. Hmm. Hmm.
It's good. It's good. This is progress.
Oh, that's a terrible trade.
So other questions I have for you. That's a good one.
What other questions do you have?
Not a bunch. Do you have any, like, aspirations in Risk? Like, you don't really play ranked at all, right?
No.
So it's just about hanging out, having fun?
Yeah.
Here's one. Okay, what advice would you give to the community? People, I'm sure they pop on your show, they ask you for advice. What are some of the common things you like to tell people?
Well, advice on what in particular? Anything, or just like
game wise?
In game?
Yeah. What stands out as being worth talking about?
Be bold.
Uh-huh.
You know, have some balls and attack every now and then.
Have some balls and attack every now and then.
At least that'd be the short and sweet version.
No, I love it. It's so you. Every time I do this show, Escape, I try and wait for a quote, and that ends up being the title. Mm-hmm. And like, I think have some balls and attack every now and then epitomizes you in a great way.
I would also argue I was gonna go ahead and also say chaos breeds success in a way. Like just in regards to the true random state, like how to survive true random. I kind of was thinking about making a book on. I mean, this is probably more of a joke than anything, but I was thinking about making a book on the success of how to be successful in the most random and most unpredictable moments.
Okay, like write it. You're a writer?
No,
okay.
I was making a joke. I'm just saying it'd be an interesting idea to do something like that. Like it just came to me, you know.
Sure. Yes, chaos. What is that? A quote from Chaos Breeds Success.
Nah, I just made it up.
Okay, it felt like a quote from somewhere. I'm very much an order guy. So like, this is a nice yin and yang between you and I. I'm not very well attuned to chaos. No, Escape! No! Oh my God, he did it! Oh, he did it! He did it! It's over! Oh no! Oh, GG, man.
Now let's see what the response is from Stony.
Nothing. Very little this turn. Nothing.
Oh, this position is actually very good for me, actually. I didn't think it'd be this good, actually, because Sony now has to go all the way around if Stoney wants to hit my stick.
I don't think he's gonna.
Ooh.
I think it's his game to win by not hitting your stack.
Well, I think that depends. He's got to hit the 145 to get into Britain, right?
But he doesn't need to get into Britain. Oh, fuck! Okay, never mind. Here we go.
That's a GG.
That is a GG, sir.
As I said, have some balls in attack. There you go.
Have some balls in attack every now and then. He's going to let me kill you. All right, I'll take that. Good game, Escape.
Good game. Plus, I wanted something to happen. It was getting kind of late, so
it's all good. No, hey, man, I didn't expect it to end that way, but sometimes you gotta have some balls.
Yeah, and don't bust other people's balls in the process.
I can't help it.
Oof. And I'm dead. That is a GG.
That is a GG.
Got any more questions for me? While this game continues?
No, we'll wind it down with the couple of things I want to promote. So I will link to Escape server. If you guys are interested in joining his community, he's got the True Random League, doing zombies on Tuesdays right now.
Yes, zombies and Prague.
And progressive zombies, and then fixed world dom on Wednesdays, at least once a week, I'm thinking.
Yes.
Yeah. And you're also going to be doing another True Random tournament at some point, TBD?
March, I think. Like early March. I'm thinking, let me see my calendar. March 4th is the date I'm thinking. That's like around the target time. I know the free-for-all tournament will still be going on. Up and there's Pete just hanging out in Crimea.
Crimea River, you know?
Mm-hmm. Crimea River. The Crimean War was about crying over a river.
Was it?
I'm kidding.
God. I liked it. It was a good one. And yeah, the other thing too, the free-for-all tournament that is going on, signups are still... Oh, no. So by the time the show is released, signups will not be open.
The first games will be going on.
This will be week 1. And it is Classic Fix, so I hope everyone got a chance to sign up and compete. I'll be very excited to see you there, and I'll be very excited to compete with you, Escape.
Yeah, this is my first tournament with you guys, so this will be interesting. 2 of my guys have confirmed signed up, too.
Wonderful.
So
hopefully we get some more.
I believe Relord and XP Miracle, as stated earlier in the show.
Isn't XP Miracle your defending champ?
He's one of them, yes.
There you go.
He didn't win the last season, but he won in Season 2. He won.
There you go.
And I believe you know of Nuclear Demonstration, right? You're familiar with him?
Absolutely.
He's also really good, too. He's actually transitioned into True Random games like really well. He wins a fuck ton of games. He's good.
Nuke's a really nice guy.
He's also a nice guy.
It's cool. I really like what you're doing, man. I respect the community building. I'm happy to collab with you whenever we have a chance. Thank you so much for doing this show.
Yeah, no problem, Pete. It was a pleasure being on with you. Thank you.
Pleasure having you, sir. Thanks a lot, Escape. All right,
no
everybody.
Problem.
I hope you enjoyed the show. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and come along the ride with me. I have a daily release on YouTube. I do Fix Friday every Friday, and I do this show, the Waiting on Your Best Behavior podcast, every Wednesday. And for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.